This is an ABC News special report. The death of Pope Francis.
Good morning. We are coming on the air now with news from the Vatican. Let's take a live look at St. Peter's Square right now. The General Congregation of Cardinals is meeting behind closed doors after the death of Pope Francis. During his 12-year papacy, Pope Francis proved himself to be the people's pope. He reached out to the poor, the forgotten, the people at the margins. And this morning, we saw for the first time the video of Pope Francis' coffin flanked by Swiss guards. The Vatican announced his body will be moved tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. to St. Peter's Basilica to lie in repose. Catholics around the world expected to flock to Rome to pay their respects until his funeral Saturday morning, which will begin 9 official days of mourning. We now know that President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump will attend. And we've learned the Pope's final wishes include burial at St. Mary Maggiore, asking for a simple tomb with just the inscription Franciscus. He will be the first Pope buried outside the Vatican in decades. This is a basilica close to the Pope's heart. He stopped to pray there. We see it right there after his release from the hospital earlier this month. The Pope died at age of 88, right after Easter Sunday. He made his final farewell to the faithful on that day. And we've learned that Pope Francis died following a cerebral stroke leading to a coma, irreversible heart failure. The leader of more than 1.3 billion Catholics around the world had been recovering from double pneumonia. We also have gotten a glimpse of the centuries-old tradition that marks the end of one papacy as the cardinals prepare to elect the next pope. The doors of the official papal apartments sealed with a red ribbon. Our chief international correspondent James Longman is at the Vatican this morning. Good morning, James.
Yeah, hi, George. Pretty subdued atmosphere again this morning as tourists, visitors, pilgrims now find themselves watching and waiting in this moment of history, the death of a pope and the election of a new one. We've been watching people coming and going all morning. This is as cardinals are now trying to decide what happens over the next few days. It's up to them to decide the choreography. Last night we saw the certification of death that was presided over in a private ceremony at the Santa Marta residence where the Pope lives in the chapel there, presided over by Kevin Farrell, the Carmelengo. He is the master of ceremonies, if you like, the Irish-American cardinal here. That ceremony took place, and then tomorrow morning, the Pope then be brought to the Basilica here behind me to lie in state. He'll be brought in public through the archway up, I don't know if you can see behind me, to the main doors of the Basilica there. There will be huge crowds here watching, waiting to try and get a glimpse of the Pope. And he will lie in state from Wednesday morning through to Saturday morning when at 10 o'clock his funeral will take place. The cardinals have announced that now. World leaders all over the world will be in attendance, including, of course, President Trump and First Lady Melania. After that, then all eyes will be on the cardinals to decide when the conclave will take place. I think we'll get a date before the funeral happens, but the conclave, the election of the next pope, usually takes place between 10 to 15 days after the death of a pope. That will happen, of course, in the world-famous Sistine Chapel under those extraordinary frescoes by Michelangelo. And we will all be waiting to see that smoke, what color it turns, when it goes from black to white, and, of course, the election of a new pope. But for the moment, a new pope, of course, is on everyone's minds. Who might that be? I think for the moment it is still about Pope Francis and all that he meant to so many people all around the world. George.
Yes, it is. Okay, James, thanks. I also want to bring in our contributor, Father John Walk, also at the Vatican. Father, walk us behind what's going on behind closed doors with those cardinals today.
Well, I think that what's happening today, above all, is the decision about how to live these next few days around before the funeral. We now know that the funeral will be on Saturday, and they're going to start talking to each other about what the church needs. What is the church looking forward to in the next pope? The cardinals who are arriving, because most of them haven't arrived yet, right, also need to get to know each other. And the idea of having these congregations, which is simply meetings of the cardinals, is a chance for them to talk among themselves before they go behind the closed doors of the conclave to elect the next pope. To get to know each other, to get to know the different perspectives from different parts of the world, different parts of the church, hear each other, hear those opinions, and start to form some idea of what will be the next, the ideal pope for the future.
Father Walk, thanks very much for your time. We're going to return now to regular programming. Much more coming up on Good Morning America. Michael Strahan is live at the Vatican this morning, all through the day on ABC News Live, and of course, World News Tonight as well. Have a good day.
This has been a special report from ABC News.